Have you discovered that money behaves like a well-trained animal and only obeys those who know how to call it with the right vibration? When you learn to command it, it doesn't just come, but expands in extraordinary ways. There are invisible forces that decide how much money enters your life and how much moves away. And even laboring diligently, you may sense something blocking this energy. In 1925, Florence Scovel Shinn, a visionary master of spiritual science, uncovered something revolutionary. Money doesn't respond to need, but to authority. During the Great Depression, she taught common women to command their money, and many increased their income in the midst of the worst economic crisis in history. The first principle is a decree of divine multiplication. Florence taught that money is a form of conscious energy that operates by specific laws. Money reacts to the vibration of authority significantly more than to that of need. When you approach money as one who begs, you repel it. When you engage with it as one who commands, you pull it. Money works like a well-trained soldier. If the commander hesitates, the soldier doesn't act. But when the order is definite and strong, money flows. In New York, Florence taught her students to take greater authority. Each morning, facing the mirror, they would stand tall, breathe deeply, and declare, "Divine money, I command you to increase in my life now. You stream toward me from all possible directions because I am a perfect channel of infinite abundance." The key was in the force beneath the command, which needed to ring out as an irrevocable decree. Another crucial element is mending the relationship with money. Florence said that money has energetic recall, and that our energy toward it creates imprints that determine whether it comes near or withdraws. If for years you've addressed money through fear, resentment, or guilt, it's as if you've repelled an expected guest. Most people have been summoning money with the voice of scarcity and shame. Before ordering your money, Florence taught harmonizing with it. In silence, her students would say, "Dear money, release me from having seen you as my enemy. Today I recognize that you are divine energy desiring to flow itself through me. I honor you, esteem you, and invite you into my life." This exercise was deep energetic reprogramming that totally shifted a person's vibration. Progressing in this direction, Florence developed the spiritual surgery of poverty beliefs. Beliefs about money are like unseen anchors that determine how much your prosperity can grow. You can work hard, but if the roots are diseased, the tree will never produce abundant fruit. No one is born with poverty consciousness. We receive them from family conversations and childhood stories. Phrases like "money is dirty" or "to earn money you must suffer" lodge themselves in the mind as internal laws. The process began with silence, where Florence asked them to examine, "What belief about money have I received and still carry?" Once identified, they would say, "This belief is not mine. I return it. My mind grows clean and open to receive the divine truth about abundance." Then they would implant new beliefs such as, "I am an inheritor of infinite abundance," or "Money comes to me effortlessly." Added to this, Florence taught the contrast between desiring and demanding. Desire springs from lack. It's viewing what you want while feeling it's far away. Demand is born from the knowledge that something already belongs to divine right. To desire is to say, "I don't have," creating more experiences of not having. To demand is to declare it's mine and I receive it now, triggering invisible forces. In this context, another principle is to originate instead of competing. Florence repeated, "Never fight over money, create it." Competing implies scarcity. Creating suggests infinite abundance, knowing that you can create new opportunities. When you compete, you focus on what others have. When you create, you link to the infinite source with singular new visions. Each person has a specific gift for producing wealth that, when expressed, not only produces income, but blesses others. In the same way, Florence taught the decree of complete dominion. It was an act of absolute control over one's own financial kingdom. The decree was, By my divine authority as heir, the creator of all abundance, I decree that my financial reality changes now. I command that all invisible forces function to multiply my money perpetually. The key lies in recognizing that the power to transform is already within you, and upon declaring it, the universe moves to obey. Moreover, Florence taught the spiritual plan of your abundance. The universe needs precise directions. It was about defining how much, how, when, and for what you would receive. Her students committed a daily moment to answer, how much money do I want? From what sources? How do I want a sense when receiving it? The more details, the easier for the universe to manifest. The design must be crafted from a consciousness of shared abundance. Keeping this in view, the last step is to preserve prosperous consciousness. Igniting abundance is the first part. Mastery lies in preserving it. Maintaining requires daily attention, maintaining the internal state that invokes it. This state is built from gratitude, certainty, and openness to receive. A key principle was to begin each day with anticipatory gratitude, not only for what you already have, but for the abundance on its way. When you offer appreciation in advance, you give the universe the signal that you've already received. Another practice was to mentally honor all money seen circulating, preventing envy from polluting your vibration. It's worth noting that generous contributing was essential. It was about contributing to causes that expanded abundance in the world. Giving with joy was like planting in fertile ground. What you give flows back multiplied. The key element is to feel that you engage with the universal flow. What you withhold out of fear stagnates. What you give with love multiplies. Another key was to protect your mind, steering clear of environments loaded with scarcity, because your consciousness is the magnet of your experience. Florence closed with a powerful reminder. You are not a victim of economic circumstances. You are the architect of your financial reality. Money is your servant and ally. Now reaffirm your commitment by saying, I decree that my prosperity grows perpetually in perfect harmony. I give with joy, receive with gratitude, and preserve the infinite flow of my wealth. If these words connected, write in the comments, I decree, to cement your commitment. Share this video with someone who needs to recognize their creator or their reality. Subscribe to the channel and activate the bell, because I will share more principles that can multiply your prosperity. Abundance doesn't come to those who pause, but to those who command.